Get locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me.
Welcome back to episode 1 of hashtag Stay at Home Chronicles, and I'll be talking about the importance of why we need to stay at home. Okay, so what I'm going to be talking about is the NHS and obviously saving lives, and those are one of the reasons why we need to stay at home, which is to save the NHS and also save lives. And when I mean saving NHS is we have some of the health professions that are doing back-to-back shifts or even overtime, trying their best to save lives, trying their best to save those who have been tested positive, who are probably suffering, who cannot breathe. And before I have to explain more, as some may or may not know, the virus is basically, it affects the respiratory system, and that is when it affects your lungs, and it also can obviously mean that the patient might have difficulties basically breathing. And sorry, I don't know how to, so yeah, so I have difficulties breathing, and this can be very overwhelming for the NHS staff, because all the government's asking is, all they're asking is for you to stay at home. So the less people that have the virus, the less people that would be admitted to the hospital. And that also means that how the health professions, they that are working in the hospital trying to save lives, they wouldn't have to have that many people to look after if less people are being admitted. So at least they'll get to focus on the patients more, even though I'm not saying they're not, but at least they get to focus on the patients. And also there's not, I've read articles before of there not being enough equipment, and especially what was it again, the ventilators. And I obviously put the article either side, and I'll also put it in my description box so you can obviously read the article for yourself, where I've seen it myself. And it is basically explaining that how they don't have enough ventilators, and the ventilators is what the health professions use in order to make sure that the patients are breathing. And from time they don't have enough and so many people are going to the hospital, like it's going to be like a long queue of, and it'll be a lot of long queue, and obviously a lot of pick and choose who is going to have the ventilator, who is going to have it. And they're most likely going to choose someone that has a better quality of life than the other, or someone that has a better health condition than the other. And it's so unfortunate, so sad that they will have to choose who is better off with a ventilator. And they shouldn't have, I feel like I'm talking too fast, sorry. They shouldn't have to decide who should have the ventilator. It is really sad that someone would have, if they do decide, it's sad because someone will actually lose their loved ones, and someone's loved ones will survive. Whereas if less people have been admitted and there's enough equipment such as the ventilators, then they wouldn't even have to pick and choose. More people will be surviving from this. And also it's also because, like, we've only been I think I said this already, and some people are probably thinking, well, these health professions chose this job. So what if they chose this job? That's their dream, to save lives, but not like overload, like so many patients to see. Like they probably seen more than 20 a day. I don't know the numbers, but they've probably seen a lot. And some of you are forgetting they have obviously their own family as well. They have their own loved ones as well. And obviously I heard there's not enough PPE, which is obviously equipments, obviously to protect themselves from the virus. And it's sad and it's so unfortunate that people are not taken into consideration that these people are frontliners and they're risking their lives to save loved people's lives. And it's so sad that how people are not listening to the rules and regulations. So every Thursdays we clap for the NHS at 8 o'clock, and I would like to do one here. And I would like to say thank you to the nurses, the doctors, the occupational therapists, the physiotherapists, the cleaners, who are making sure that every single ward is clean. There's enough sanitizer around. So I praise them as well. I also praise every single health profession I can't really think of in my head. Do apologize, but I praise you guys as well. I praise the staff workers who are looking after the key workers' children, and I praise the takeaway people that obviously still doing takeaways for people that don't have to cook at home. I praise, there's so many in my head, so I'm just gonna keep thinking. I praise the supermarket staff who are making sure that the shelves are stacked up. Thank you for that. And any more loss? I can't think of anyone else. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I can't think of anyone else. Oh yeah, the delivery people that are bringing our parcel to our house. So thank you to each and every one of you guys. And my hands are getting kind of dry. It's not dry, but it's getting kind of dry. But yeah, I honestly praise each and every one of you guys, and I pray that we will all get this. We will all overcome this, God willing. We will get through this with the support. We got you, and we've got support behind you guys all. And yeah, come on guys, save the NHS, save lives, and obviously save other people that are obviously key work, that are looking after those. Yeah, this is the last thing I have to say, and it is the use of the mask and gloves. So as for the mask, when I go and do my essential shopping, I usually see people with masks, and some of them do it incorrectly, and I'm not going to go up to people and say you're doing incorrectly. Like, they'll be like, who are you? And I'm like, sorry. So I'm not going to do that. But my advice is, if you feel uncomfortable and you don't know how to use a mask, go on YouTube, and I'll put it here, or I might put it here, or I'll put in the description box different type of like health professions showing you how to do the mask on YouTube. Your YouTube should be your best friend basically. And also gloves. This is the most important one. Actually, not really important. Everything's important, but I want to say it's not really important. It's important. Gloves. Yeah. When you put your gloves on and you go and do your essential shopping, whether you're taking the car, whether you're walking, whether you have your bag with you, you're probably whether you're using your phone a lot and everything, you're going to the supermarket, yeah, you're now touching all of the food that you want to purchase, and you're basically putting it in your basket. You're even touching the basket that everyone touches basically, yeah. Some people don't use gloves, remember that. So you're putting that all in your basket. You're still picking up like different type of tins, like different type of food. Bear in mind, some people, if they're not feeling, let's say I bought beans and I say, nah, I don't want beans no more, take it out of your basket and put it back. Then someone else goes and picks it. Don't you not see like cross contamination? Do you not see that? And this is where germs obviously starts to build. And when you're finished, and you obviously you're at the till, you go into your bag, take your purse out, touch the coins, give the person obviously your coins, or if you have cash, give the person the cash, or if you have a card, put it there, or contactless tap, and then you go home. So you've now already spreaded the germs all over all your stuff. You go home, take the gloves off. I understand everyone washes their hands after, but what about all the stuff that you touch? What do you do with it next? And your phone will be probably the one that has the most germs. It's because you're putting it everywhere, and then when you put it in your face, the germs just touch your face, and like you're not wiping it. And I just feel like you need to when you do use the gloves and you're going to do your essential shopping, and basically make sure, and you're washing your hands after, make sure you wipe down the things that you've purchased, that you've bought, and make sure you wipe down the stuff like your phone. Like, people tend to use their phone a lot. I tend to use my phone a lot. So if I was to wear gloves and that was to happen, I would wipe down my phone. So that's my advice to you guys. Make sure you do your research on obviously different type of precautions to obviously help you towards this pandemic, and make sure you guys stay safe, stay at home please, and yeah, that's it guys. So make sure you continue to like, subscribe, and comment. I had to think there, and comment.